So also what's cool about this show, I don't watch all the London that I know is all white. Like it is The Crown, it is, or movies are all white.
For a very long time, I was like, where are the innits? Where are the black innits? What's going on? Where I know they there. They gotta be there, but then again, they their
like
culture.
Top Dog, I'm assuming, which I haven't seen, I'm assuming that's black folks because Kev talks about it.
Who is that?
Top Dog is where they found John Boyega. He was discovered on.
John Boyega is in it.
I see. What's in it?
The Brits. You know, like they be like in it, boy.
Oh,
sorry.
He is British.
He said in it,
ma'am. You knew he was British.
No, I thought he came from Decatur, Georgia.
Welcome back to Shhh-Grown Folks Talking. I'm your host, CKC, and joined by my special co-host,
Lola Chanel.
And today we are talking about Supacell on Netflix. We're going to start with episode 1. Lola, a brief synopsis.
Okay, so this is Michael. This is what the episode is called. Delivery driver Michael has big plans for the future with his girlfriend until something odd starts happening to him and others across South London.
All right. Well, I will, full disclosure, I'm kind of off the sci-fi-ness of just after the pandemic. Well, I've said in the podcast before, I want happy, I want light. Only reason why we're talking about this is because another podcast that shall not be named was running it down, having not seen it. And then I was like, boys. Yes. And they are from London, or they live across the pond. So I was like, I'm cutting you off and I'm turning this on. So I went into the series I went into the series knowing that it was about a man trying to find his girlfriend and there are superpowers around. That is it. What did you know going before watching the series?
Well, I rewatched it because I started and then I didn't finish. I don't know what it is about the Brits. I don't want to say it, but I don't always finish their shows because I was trying to finish Queenie too. But yeah, so I went in just knowing that it was like a sci-fi show.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. The opening scene, kind of.
We coming in hot like this.
Very, very hot. Very hot.
But I feel like the opening scene, what I understood it to be was it was either foreshadowing or it was like, what are those called? When we see the future and then we go back to the past.
Flashbacks?
I couldn't think of the word for some reason. Yeah. So when I said, this is different.
Well, I was on happy-go-lucky. So when I see the black woman running with disheveled hair, I was like, this is what I've been trying to avoid since the panty. She don't talk. We just know you should see her running, and then
literally just see her running
down this hallway, and then the bad guys are chasing after her. And then when she uses her power, when you see her blast the door, I was like, she not gonna make it, and they shoot her in the back. But that wasn't what got me. That was horrible but I knew it. Like I was like, this is the opening scene. I knew something bad was gonna happen. That didn't get me. What got me, made it hard for me to like lay my head down, is them dragging her body with the blood smeared on the floor. I didn't
like that. I was like, I don't want to see that.
You see other black people in what is, I'm assuming, like a prison or contained.
They had been captured.
With no words, you already knew she's a victim. She's trying to make it out. She will not make it out.
She won't.
And then you see how they are influencing other people, other black people, when they see no disregard for the dead as they are dragging her body away.
They didn't care.
And that's the opening scene.
That's the opening. Now, I will say I was like, oh, we're on this type of time. But see, I love the 100. I love Black Lightning. I love all of those types of like sci-fi-ish shows. Also, well, I don't. Is Charmed considered a sci-fi show?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
fantasy. I'll put
fantasy. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm into all that, but definitely I'm squeamish. So a lot of this, well, from the first episode, I feel like I'm going to be sitting in my bed like this for the next few episodes because I don't not like blood and gore, but I don't want to see the action. I want to see the after. Like, when somebody gets shot, but we only see like the hole in the blood. I don't want to see them get shot.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't want to see. I don't know what it is about me and knives. I don't machete, anything, blood and matter fly. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. So I'm definitely going to be watching episodes like this.
Yeah. Again, before the pandemic, I didn't mind blood and people getting shot and stuff like that. Afterwards, I was not a fan. Also in the pandemic, that's when you had the George Floyd.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
when you had the Black Lives Matter thing was really taking off, and it was just like I don't especially want to see black people.
I can do without. I don't want to see it. But I've always been like that. Like to this day, I don't want to rewatch. This is one of the only movies with Queen Latifah that I will not be rewatching. I don't want to rewatch Set It Off. Anything that has to do with like Black tragedy, reality, where I know that this is a reality of Black people, I don't want to rewatch Boys in the Hood. I've seen all the Black classics. I know all the lines and the scenes. I don't want to rewatch them in my old age.
It's not gonna be my first, second, or third choice, but
no,
I've seen them. Like I've seen them, all of them.
I've done that's what my due diligence on
right.
The Black culture and the Black caucus of entertainment and film. I do not want to rewatch those movies. I'm okay.
Yeah. I want to move forward. I want to go to the fun stories, the good stories. But you mentioned Black Lightning, and that's what this show kind of reminds me of.
Black Lightning.
And see, but for Black Lightning and like the Greg Berlanti and the CW, what I was happy to see with Black Lightning was that they were using superhero, but it was cultural, and then and so I was like, oh, we're getting into some stuff that we're talking about racism.
RIP to the CW network. Yeah. It was bought out and it will never be the same.
Yeah.
That is so tragic. A lot of good shows came out of the CW network, and
I watched all of Berlanti's stuff on the CW, even stuff that didn't make it. But Black Lightning, like the first season was good, and then as seasons went, it didn't last too many seasons, but it kind of got progressively like it didn't know what it wanted to be.
4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah,
I might go back and watch it.
I did not finish it because I felt like it got away from the cultural part that I really enjoyed.
The first 3 that stood out that had their storylines that we're really introduced to as our like main characters was Michael, Andre, and Taza. Michael, I loved the opening scene with Michael, and he's driving around, he's flirting with his girlfriend and all the things. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting a downfall with him in this car. Like, I don't know why. I wanted him to be like hanging out the passenger side of Spencer. I thought it was gonna be one of those scenes where he drives up and he's driving in her car and he forgot to pick her up. That's Americanism though, so I need to take my American brain out of this. I don't know what the Brits is over there doing. I don't know what they over there across the pond. I don't know what's going on, but definitely the opening scene with her walking and him driving up. I said he forgot to get her. That's not like.
Well, I was too far behind because I was like, they're going back and forth, and I was like, you don't know her. Right when like she came up to me, I was like, oh, they are playing. They are together. I didn't know they was together.
I figured that they were playing, but once she started like playing, like when she was really playing into it, and she's like, babe, you didn't need to buy me this car.
Yeah.
Okay. Disclaimer, I'm probably going to be doing trash British accents. Let's see. Let's keep a count of how good my British accent gets as the episodes progress, because I wanna be in the rough. I want want beans on toast. Beans on toast.
Very good. I was gonna say I grew up hearing accents.
Oh,
like African accents. My dad's African. I'm half African. I'm a literal African American. But it was hard understanding some of the dialogue, almost to the point where I might needed to do closed captioning.
First of all, how are you out here watching anything without subtitles? You don't have subtitles on?
Why would you have subtitles? What's up with even when I'm doing this, editing this podcast, and everyone's like, oh, you gotta have subtitles. I can hear you. I understand English.
You don't watch stuff with subtitles?
Because I'm not 10 like my nephews.
How can you hear? I have to have on subtitles. I cannot watch anything without subtitles. What? But for the TikToker community, we can have this conversation offline. But our brothers and sisters who are hearing impaired need the subtitles down to the TikToks and the Instagrams. But
I did not know that. I thought this was just a new fad that the young folks were doing.
It's for our brothers and sisters who are hearing impaired.
That makes total sense. There's no need for me to watch subtitles unless it is a language that I do not currently speak.
I literally watch everything in subtitles. I literally just looked at an old status of mine on Facebook where I was upset because I was watching you know me by now. I was watching a black movie and I was like, that's not what they said. And I was upset because I was like, there needs to be a service where black people can caption black movies and TV shows. I'm not saying chitterling. I'm saying chitlin. I'm not saying we are going to. I'm saying we finna.
That's true.
That's my rant. We need our own captioning. Don't get me started with AI. Ban it. Get it out of here. Burn it down.
So the language thing is gonna take, but I think I just have to keep watching it, and then I'll understand them better. And they're different accents, kind of all going all over this story. What I thought was interesting was how everybody's life almost like intersected, kind of. So like he was at the hospital, but the guy who got Tazar was at the same hospital, and then the other girl.
First of all, them kids out there fighting with knives. Yeah. I said, this is how you know this ain't America. The gangs are fighting with machetes.
For sure.
First of all, the blue and the red, I was like, but do they really have blue and reds over there? Or
I was like, is this a blood Crips type thing?
I don't think I was supposed to write down what they called each other, what the names were, but I was like, I don't think they're wearing them colors over there. I feel like that was his ode to America. But are they really are they wearing the blues and the reds over there? Or is it like a maroon? I felt like it was a maroon and an orange.
I don't know. So another interesting part about this show is that there is a definite, like, they're all black people. Yeah. But they're in a whole nother
I don't know nothing about that culture.
Yeah, a whole nother culture. Which is
but what I do know is Andre and his baby mama. She said, pay me my money. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care where you've been. One thing that translates, you're gonna pay that child support.
Absolutely.
She said, go fill up your drink. Where's my money? Give me my money.
For sure.
I said, oh yeah.
And the other theme of there were some relations, definitely. And also him speaking to Andre was got locked up and he got the job doing great. But when they ran his background, they was like, you can't work here, just on the struggle bus.
That's one thing about writing. I wonder, is that true? Mm-hmm. Like, here in reality, you wait till that background check is clear and then you start working. You don't start working and then they say, I can't not hire you because you're a felon. That you I'm sorry, but we gotta take the job back. That don't happen here.
Yeah, I think it was an artistic choice, like just to make
that makes so that to he was already having a bad day because that lady said 150 pound, 150 pound is not enough. It's not enough.
It's getting I need better more than already.
150 pound a month. This is gonna be fun. I don't know what to tell you. This is going to be fun for me trying to do these accents.
And Brothers, which is a story for the girl who her and her sister go up. She waiting on a date, dressed up, knocks on the door, and then
he over here kikiing with somebody else, and she like it's always your sister or your friend. Like, he's no good. Stop. My man, he's such a good man. He's trying. Hey, girl. That's when you cue Destiny's Child, girl, I can tell it's been lying every they needed to be yelling at her over a chicken salad in the restaurant.
For sure. One thing that I wanted to ask you, is sickle cell anemia still a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's so funny. I don't think we've ever talked about this. My baby nephew is currently battling it now.
Really?
It is a thing that is alive and well, and it attacks our community very silently because I won't say only Black people can get it, but only Black people have the worst times with sickle cell anemia.
See, you're educating me because I thought only Black people could get it. I don't think that we can only get it, but it is only apparent in like most of the stories and tragedies that you hear about sickle cell anemia is within the African American community. Well, within the Black community. Well, I thought it was a writing choice with just like we said with the blue and the red. I thought, going back to sickle cell just to show
it's still alive and well.
Right. Okay. Cool. The theme of this series, you said Black Lightning with a superhero, the superpowers, and talking about cultural issues. A lot of times, superhero shows was just good versus bad, not really going into any big issues. Some did, but not too much. This series reminded me of They Clone Tyrone.
Yes, I was trying to put my finger on it and I couldn't. When Tazar and his group jumped Michael at the
that's right.
Remember. Okay. When they got him at his truck and he came back too, I was like, this reminds me of something, but it's all in the Netflix family. So I would not be surprised if they had some writing crossovers where it was like, well, what if we did it like this? And it would, but yeah, I was like, this is doing something to my brain and I can't scratch the itch because I couldn't figure it out. You're so right.
When they started the cameras, like the surveillance cameras, like that just kept getting me closer. And then when the very first scene and you saw how they were all caged and when she was online and she sees that this girl is missing and the other lady is missing. I was just like, that's what clued it in. I was like, Black women in general are missing and people don't look for them. And there's a line in the series where she said, no telling where she is. There's no police that's going to look for her. But if she's white, that would be a different story. London, the original colonizers, this is where we get it from. So,
hello? That's why I had to realize. I said, these are the original. They are not new to this. They are true to this. We think we've seen everything under the sun. We ain't been over there yet. I don't want to. That is one place that is just not on my to-do list to visit. Really? I'm okay. I don't need to see Buckingham Palace. I don't need to see where the Inuit's queen is lying. Long live the queen.
I've gone there before I got educated because the stereotype, or not stereotype, the like, oh, the queen and the Buckingham Palace, like the hype, the propaganda, if you will, around it. And then as when she died, you just like, y'all are trash. And stories like Queen Charlotte and stuff like that. Y'all been trashed.
Trash.
Colonizing
all y'all
Africa.
Did was pillage.
Yeah, pillage and plunder. Yep.
Watching they also what's that show that they got? It's on, is it on Netflix?
Probably.
The Crown?
The Crown? Yeah, The Crown. I watched a couple of seasons.
I watched the first few seasons of that. You cannot. I say, yeah. What?
And the way they treated
right by me.
They treated Meghan and Harry and all that, just like all of that.
I'm sorry. There is no way that I would have let people who wake up and eat beans and toast treat me any kind of way. They would have had to. But then again, they would have never allowed me anywhere. They would have been like, I don't know what y'all got to do. You get her black tail. They really, because Meghan, she is passing. When I
Suits?
Yes,
or her?
Suits. When I first saw her, I said, they gotta be mad about her being a divorcee, because surely it can't be that she's Negro. Because what is the Negro?
Yeah, listen, I watched these from the beginning in real time, and it wasn't until the last couple of seasons when her dad showed up, and I was like, whoa! Even then, I thought she was acting. Like, I thought she was a white woman. And it was only till the British stuff came out, and I was like, well, shut the door!
Surely they're mad about her being a divorcee rather than her being Negro, because please tell me where the Negro lies. That is a European woman if I ever seen one. She's got no big old nose. She's fair skinned.
Yeah.
The lips ain't too big and the hair ain't kinky. Where is the Negro? Now, when you see her mother, you're like, oh, okay, bro.
Totally makes sense, but listen.
But when you see her by herself, that's why when they said, when it came out, they was concerned what the baby was gonna look like. Those are two European people. That baby's gonna be all right.
For sure.
So about they needed to do the Punnett. What is it? Is it the Punnett square?
Punnett square. Yeah.
Those jeans are not. He would have had to reach back into her all the way. Her mama's side.
Her mama's side, for sure.
He would have had to reach back for real.
So
surely that's not it.
So, but when we go, if you ever go back, we're gonna go to the black side. Now that we know, we're gonna go to the black stuff.
We're gonna go to South London.
Folks at. We're gonna go to South London. Yes, that's what I want to say about that. So, also, what's cool about this show? I don't watch all the London that I know is all white. Like, it is The Crown. It is, or movies are all white.
For a very long time, I was like, where are the Inuits? Where are the black Inuits? What's going on? where I know they there. They gotta be there, but then again, their
like Top
culture.
Dog, I'm assuming, which I haven't seen, I'm assuming that's black folks because Kev talks about it.
Who is that?
Top Dog is where they found John Boyega. He was discovered on.
John Boyega is in
it. What's in it?
The Brits. You know, like they be like in it, boy.
Oh,
sorry.
He is British.
He said in it,
ma'am. You knew he was British.
No, I thought he came from Decatur, Georgia. I don't watch his interviews like that.
Okay.
Maybe I'm getting him mixed up.
Star Wars, the black dude,
yeah,
the stormtrooper,
the first Black Storm. Well, he wasn't the first one, but yeah,
Okay.
I thought he was from Decatur, Georgia. I had no clue.
Today you learn. You learn. So
that's
he came
so
crazy. Top boy, yeah, and then that's
pause.
Okay.
These Inuit boys. Their accents it's starting to scare me because but I knew Damson was
Damson,
Nigerian? I knew he was something.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know he was an Inuit boy.
Yeah, I didn't know till I heard him talk, and I was very surprised. Yeah,
I said, I know who you are. Yeah. But you know what? Idris Elba. What's his name?
Yeah. That's right.
That's his
older
name?
One? Yeah.
Idris. He opened the door for the Indian boys to come over here and perfect their accents.
For sure.
That's the first black Brit that's heavily Americanized that I know.
I agree with you.
He said he don't want to be considered. He just want to be. He don't want to be considered a black actor. He just want to be an actor.
Sir, give it up. Speaking of actors, Michael, does he remind you of? He's giving the 2024 version of Leon. Tall, with the hair, smooth skin, handsome. Yeah. He's like nothing but love for you, baby. But now this version. Back to your topic about they clone Tyrone and Supacell. My thought was the people who behind the scenes. Like, you know how you could be on two different sides of the world, but you have an idea, and then someone on the other side of the world has the same idea. So I kind of took that as this theme of Black people in a form of slavery or being held down or mind controlled. Kind of was the theme of they clone Tyrone, and in this one, they have powers, but the powers that be do not want them to access it, so they are doing whatever they can to control them. There you go.
You would be correct.
So the only other thing I wanted to bring up and then was the African references when, what's the boy's name to the one who got knifed?
It's Taser. I just keep saying Taser because that's how they put the R in the R.
So when Taser, you see that he is African because his grandma was taking care of him. She was in the thing. She was in the apartment. Like, what's going on with you? And a lot of Africans go to London for university, and then they end up staying there.
What do they say? They go for uni. I went for uni.
Yes, very true. So just another nugget to say that this person who is writing this or is behind this is a part of this culture, and they know all the little nuggets.
Absolutely.
Just like
you could tell by the clip that was surfacing about the podcast that should not be named when he did his podcast, which is why everybody was able to see that clip. And he was like, I mean, yeah, people from South London are going to talk about, like, I'm from South London. I can clearly depict what's happening in South London because I'm from South London, bro. Like, I it's my culture. It's my culture. Y'all, Please don't stop watching the episodes because I just want to be in it, bro.
It's great. It's great.
Shout out to South
Lastly,
London.
I love I don't know where this show is going. I have no clue, but I do love the lovable Black woman. You see how Michael, clean shaven, pretty skin, love. You know, he doesn't.
He love her down.
Love her down.
He's ready to propose. He's ready to start a family. And of course, just when things are going right, something gotta go awry in the Black man's life. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, are we finna wrap up our thing? Because I have a rant.
Almost. I was gonna say, You saw how Michael in love, the look, and then when Michael lost his girl, that man, the hair is
one thing
braided
about
up. His skin looks tired.
Crazy.
He's aged exponentially. He's aged like he's been in the presidential office. Just
he said
barely surviving.
Can I save her? What happened?
You look like me.
He said, I am you. He said, and he looked down at the grave. He said, wait a minute. What you mean? What you mean? Bring her back right now.
That man was in love. And my tiny rant is to all the Black men, put a ring on him. Because you never know what's going to happen. He told his friend he was in love with her for years. And now he just got they've been living together. They didn't got their finances right. Man,
you can't.
If he would have did the right thing, they could have been 2 to 3 years in. Before things got awry. So rant over.
I do love in this that they love Black women, and he was like, I don't want no white love interest.
Amen.
And on that note, I love it. I love it. Just keep it Black.
Keep it
okay, Black. That's all we ask.
Very little.
It's a
what
CBS,
are you giving?
Okay, what am I giving it? I'm going to give the first episode an 8.
I'm an 8 too. Just because it's got room to grow. I'm intrigued.
It's episode 1.
Episode 1, I'm intrigued. You've laid down a lot of foundation. We got a background on these people and don't really know what everyone's superpower is. Is a little hazy, but
I'm very confusion about his, because is he able to reverse time? Is he time jumping?
Andre hit the ATM machine, so I'm saying he's
superpowers.
He's strong. Super strength. The girl has super strength too, because she hit the dude. Yeah. But she also was flying at the end. Yeah. You have the speedster.
Yeah, he was trying to sell he was trying to sell them weed. He was trying to sell Andre weed.
And that was 4, right? What's your rant?
All right, this is not about the show. To CBS, you funky. This is for Rachel, I'm not gonna cuss. So, as we know, CBS has a partnership with the NAACP, and they are to air a new soap in the 2:00 hour Eastern time, and it's supposed to be a Black soap opera based in Maryland, and it's called Beyond the Gates. Mm-hmm. Well, I've just been taking a liking to this, taking some research, because I think that Black people could really dominate the soap opera space. Mm-hmm. And I've just been trying to stay up, and I finally got the full cast. When I think of Black affluence and Black opulence and just Black people in general, 9 times out of 10, I see them as fully Black. I do not see no shade to the biracials.
No Meghan Markle. No shade.
No shade to the Meghan Markles of the world. However, I don't want to see them anymore. If you watch the newest of the Disney channels and all these other shows, it seems like everybody has a biracial family. And I don't know if that's just what they are trying to push and portray, that we are one America and this is just all the things and all the things. I just wanted to not. Here's my rant. So the full cast has been introduced, and the supporting families and the supporting actors, full black. Full dark-skinned chocolate black, but they're not the main characters. The storyline is not about them. We have the biracials. Please. Biracial. I just want dark-skinned, full. I can tell that you have a black mother and a black father. Mm-hmm. Negro features. What did Beyonce say? I like my... I like my baby hair with baby hair and afros. I like my Negro nose with Jackson 5 nostrils.
I mean, colorism. Well, I would call colorism is kind of in the black community, but it's in a lot of communities. If you think about Latino community,
it's in a lot of communities. But I was just like, now the first family. The main characters is played by Tamara Tooney, who is notably known for her acting on Law and Order SVU. She's been on there, this says, since 1999. If you watch any of the SVU episodes, she was the coroner or the...
I think I know what you're talking about.
She played either... I can't remember. She was either like she was something in the medical field that dealt with the crime scenes and the people's bodies and everything. So she plays the mom, and the father is Clifton Davis. I know Clifton Davis from Halloween Town because it's spooky season. That's the only thing I know him from. But you'll know his face.
Yes. Yeah, I vaguely remember. When you said Disney, biracial kids, Saturday night on Disney, it's a black girl, and her brother. They're roller skating, and Angel, she has like a...
Yes.
That show.
All of those characters were fully black. They were all fully black.
Yeah. They had a range, because remember the dad he's been an actor, the dad on Saturday Night. But Caramel, but the girl, like the lead, chocolate. Beautiful. And the mother was played by Maya from Girlfriends. So also Caramel.
My rant is they keep doing the... I don't want to use to the white crowd.
Yes, I know it.
Let's stop doing that. What do we have to do that for?
We have to create our own content.
But
we can't depend on because they want the European features. They want the the features. Zendaya
are European. The features are European because he's not even. I mean, he's my color, and so is Tamara, and so their children look like passing women.
You're not wrong.
Because let's be for real. You're going to give us 2 seasons of it. You're going to say the ratings is not that good. At least while you're in the contract and in bed with the NAACP, give us a fully black cast, because you're going to cut the shit off anyway. So just give us what we want and then be like, we gave it to y'all. Y'all got it.
The solution is we're going to have to create our own content.
That's true.
Put it on our own platform, as we have seen recently. What happens when you...
So I can be a casting director, or I could start a casting company.
It's 2024. We've been advocating for content that has black people, that has people of color for decades, and now we get it, but it still ain't right. So the solution is
not right.
We can no longer trust you to do the right thing. We as a culture have to create content and support our content, which we do. And then all you can do is be the platform, because we've done all the work.
We've done what we needed to do. I will be watching it for just for the simple fact that they are still Black people. They are Black. They may not present or have to go out to the world as fully Black African Americans, but I will be watching it just off the strength that it is a Black affluent family in the Maryland area, and hopefully they do the storylines right. Hopefully it comes out.
If the storyline, let's just say, if the storyline is good, like it's Real Housewives, it's
I want to
very
be drawn in from the
If it's drawn in, I can forgive some stuff.
It was created by Michael Valjean. He's ambitious. He was a scriptwriter on Bold and Beautiful, so he knows what a good soap needs because he's been on General Hospital, The Bold and the Beautiful. So he's been in bed with CBS before with soap operas, and my perfect cast would have had, what's her name? She played Megan Good's mom.
Debbie Morgan.
Morgan. In a perfect world, she would have been the mother. Okay, stay with me.
But I was going to ask you, and then we can wind it down. The Tyler Perry beauty something.
I have not watched it yet. I heard it's good.
So there's your drama. So as much as I rag on Tyler Perry, he's the person who's going to give you.
He does do it every time.
All the hues.
I guess I'm just ready to rant because
we can't win.
We can't win. We get the cast.
We don't get the story.
We don't get the writing of the story.
Yeah.
We get the writing of the story. We don't get the cast. Why can't everybody just get along? Tyler, please hire people. Do it your way, but just hire the writers, hire directors. Everything is shot the same way with Tyler. Everything is written the same way with Tyler. There's nothing new under the sun. I'm tired.
And as I will say,
I just want a good soap.
He don't write for you.
He don't write for me. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch
somebody else.
I want him to get his coin. I'm gonna watch it. But I just stopped him.
He got Netflix. He got Amazon. Shit, yeah. He got BET Plus.
He don't need nothing else from me.
And on that note, thanks for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, we'll see you next time. Bye.